Question number 92 of the ID Passport exam from PhilNITS. We are now in the strategy portion of the exam. In this question, we are being asked, which of the following is the most appropriate description concerning deep learning? Let's highlight the key phrase, deep learning. Okay, the way to answer this question is we'll just need to read each and every choice that we've got. And I think I was able to answer this rather quickly. I think I chose, which one is it? Letter D. And let's see later on why this is the best answer. First, let's get into letter A. It's saying that it's a mechanism that integrates information and the workflow between departments that are involved with customers, such as sales, marketing, and after sales service. Okay, so I think it's definitely a mechanism and does some kind of integration, but it's more of like in the sales part. And I'm thinking that because we have the learning aspect here, there should be some kind of word in the sentence where we can identify to be part of the learning. At least when we look at it, we immediately think about that it's doing some kind of learning. So I'm going to put an X mark here for letter A because it doesn't seem to have that part about the learning aspect. Letter B, it's a form of education, learning, and training, okay, that is implemented by using digital services or digital devices such as computers and communication networks. So now it has education, learning, and training. But I think because it has to have this deep aspect, then it has to be some kind of automated process. This one doesn't seem to be saying anything about that. So I'm going to put an X mark here. Letter C, it's a mechanism for the knowledge and know-how possessed by each individual in an organization to be shared and effectively utilized by their organization as a whole. So in this case, it's again a mechanism. It's for the knowledge and know-how, okay, to effectively um, to be shared. So the knowledge should be shared and effectively utilized by the organization. I think in this case, they're talking about people using um, the mechanism so that knowledge could be shared much faster, much more efficiently. But I think for deep learning, it's gotta be more of like the computer learning and not necessarily the human worker who'll be learning. Okay, so we put an X mark here. Letter D, it's a technology where a computer itself identifies and learns the characteristics of data by analyzing a large volume of data with a model that imitates the neural circuits of a human being. Okay, so we got parts here that say learns, and we got the computer doing it, doing the learning, and using a large volume of data. And also a model to imitate the the neural circuits of a human being. So in this case, it's saying that the computer learns by itself. Of course, when I say by itself, I mean it learns without any human being telling it do this, do that, and it's not like it's one of those um, non-automated tasks. Like for example, vehicles. We know that here in the Philippines, the vehicles that we usually find are those where you have a driver, a human driver to control the vehicle. But in this case, it's going more towards the computer without any drivers, the human drivers at all, could analyze. a large volume of data and pretty much imitate a human being um, in the um, in the sense that it can learn. It can learn using a large volume of data um, and using the model that a human being would be using to learn too. So, that case, letter D for deep learning is, or the explanation for deep learning, the appropriate description for deep learning is the best answer.